What's up, everybody? Super fan here, and just wanted to do a quick little video. I got to test drive a 2015 Mustang EcoBoost yesterday. Now, unfortunately, it was the automatic transmission, but mainly I wanted to drive it just to see how the EcoBoost, powertrain was. They had a manual transmission GT there, but since I'm not going to be getting the GT, I didn't think like it was really worth driving. I've driven, the Boss 302, obviously, just like you saw in the review this past week, and I've driven that dude in blue, so I'm familiar with how the 5.0 feels. I wanted to really test out this new motor, and so that's why I test drove this one. And first thing, I mean, it looks so good, especially in this guard green color, which is the color I'd plan to get mine in if I am able to get one, and it just looks so good to me. And so I mean, the car just looks spectacular. I still love the way it looks, but so I was able to film a few quick impressions when the salesman was away, and so here's my first impressions of the interior of the EcoBoost. Now, it was a premium as well, so it had the leather and all that kind of stuff, which I probably wouldn't be getting in mine, but still, just the interior was so nice. What's up, everybody? Super fan here, and this is the first time I'm ever sitting in a 2015 Mustang. This is the premium EcoBoost, but it's so nice. Real quick impressions: this dash is so much lower than the previous generation. It feels so good. The seats are nice and snug, and everything just feels really high quality in here. I'm like blown away. So yeah, after I sat in the EcoBoost Premium, I went and sat in the base GT because they had a base GT there, and the seats are the same great shape. They hug you so well. Really, they're still very comfortable, and the cloth material on the base seats is a very smooth, silky cloth, so it doesn't feel rough and coarse like the previous generation cloth interiors, and it really doesn't feel like too much of a downgrade. I mean, yeah, you have a smaller screen in the center stack, but I mean, that's really about it. You lose a few luxuries like the heated and cooled seats and stuff like that, but I mean, really, the base interior is still a really nice place to be. So I hopped back into the EcoBoost Premium Automatic and went for a drive with the salesman and my girlfriend, who was nice enough to take these pictures of me driving it around. And first impressions of the car is that you definitely have a long hood in the front. You notice that, but otherwise it actually feels smaller because, like I said, since that hood comes down lower and the hooded dashboard comes down lower and everything, you have a much better view of the road, I feel, and the steering wheel is smaller, and I don't know, the car just fit me like a glove. And I mean, yes, I might be going into this bias because I already loved this car before I ever drove it, but being that I, just reviewed the Boss 302, and I've driven obviously lots of cars as a car reviewer, I was very, very impressed. I mean, compared to everything else out there, it was really I don't know, it just fit me really, really well. And, I mean, it wasn't all perfect, though. I mean, so I'll hit on the good things first, though. The first good thing, the car had good power, and the sound was really good. The sound almost sounded like a V8. It was a cross between a V8 and like a Focus ST. That's how it sounded to me. And it sounded good, though. I'm telling you, it really is not that bad. And it's just, I don't know, I think it'd be something I could totally live with it, even the way it was stock. And the salesman said that, once it's broken in a little bit, it would sound even louder. So that was good to hear. And then the next thing, though, that really impressed me was, the power is pretty good. Obviously it doesn't blow you away like the GT would, but it's plenty of power that, I mean, I was looking down at the speedometer like, holy crap, I'm gaining speed really quickly. And it does it really effortlessly. I mean, what all the reviewers said is true. The power does drop off after around 6,000 RPMs. So it's not a motor that you rev out, but I'm totally fine with that, because I had enough of that with the BRZ and not having any torque. It's nice to just have passing power in the meat of the RPM range instead of having to just ring the engine out to the stars in order to get any power out of it. So I actually really like the powertrain. Like I said, it was plenty fast enough for me. It sounded good, and overall, that part of it was great. The one weak link, of course, was this automatic transmission. To me, I wasn't impressed with it at all. I did the manual shifting. It was still kind of slow. It's, not as good, not nearly as good as the ZF 8-speed automatic that's in the BMWs and the Jags and stuff like that. I mean, it was good. It got the job done. Obviously, it wouldn't be my my choice. It seemed like the transmission didn't know how to properly utilize the power band. Whenever I would stomp on it, it would just immediately downshift to a really low gear and just put it like close to redline, and there's no power there towards redline because, like I said, the power drops off. So I feel like the automatic should stay in a higher gear to keep it in the lower RPM range to kind of give you the most torque possible, and it didn't seem to really get that. I mean, obviously, I'll be getting a manual if I do, in fact, get one, so that wouldn't be an issue. But for those of you that were considering an automatic, I just wanted to mention that. Handling of this car, I was able to take it on some good corners, and it is really flat. This one, the EcoBoost is about 200 pounds lighter than the GT. So, I mean, it felt really neutral, really light on its feet. It didn't feel heavy. It felt better than the Boss 302, which is quite a statement, but that's what they were shooting for. They said that whenever they were doing this suspension development, they want the Boss 302 was their benchmark, and they wanted to beat that. And I think they certainly did. The Boss, it was handled really well, but it's still, you could feel that weight, and it pushed a little bit. This was totally flat. It didn't push. It was just very, very just willing to do whatever you wanted it to do. And the handling just really, it blew me away. I mean, everything about this car was just, great to me. And even just cruising around, it's super quiet. It's very, very well insulated. It's so much more refined, with the interior and just the driving experience in general. The steering weight was just about perfect. You could change the steering, even on the base model, you can change the steering effort. There's comfort, normal, and then the Sport Plus mode. But I just had it in the standard mode, and that was really perfect. It was heavy enough to, hold up for aggressive driving, but it wasn't so heavy that it was, really hard to use whenever you're just cruising around sedately. And so steering was great. Throttle response was pretty good from what I remember. The brakes were very good. That's another thing. There was an instance where I actually did have to stomp on the brakes a little bit, and it stopped really quickly. And I mean, like I said, this EcoBoost didn't even have the performance pack on it, so it was just the standard premium EcoBoost. So it didn't even have the upgraded brakes or the performance package one, and it still stopped really well. And like I said, it handled really well without the performance package. I mean, obviously, I would have to drive a performance package car to really see if the benefits are there, but to me, it left me wanting very little. I don't think I would even improve the handling at all. So, I mean, I'd be perfectly happy with just the base suspension setup. I think it's really spectacular, even just for the standard one. And so, yeah, I mean, overall, those are really, the only impressions I can give right now. I'd love to, do a more in-depth video, and hopefully that will come in time. But just wanted to give you this quick little test drive impression of, how I felt about the drive, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, I don't think there's really anything I can improve aside from the transmission, which I would do a manual if I got one, and so that's not even an issue. Everything just is so nice in the car, and it fit me like a glove. And I sat in it, and it just felt right. It just, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Very few cars do that to me whenever I review them, and so driving this one from the very beginning, I knew it was definitely a car that was made for me. So, yeah, that's it for all the impressions, guys. Sorry there's not more video, but it was kind of awkward. I didn't want to film in front of the salesman and make them think I'm just going for a joyride, because I did seriously, I'm hoping to buy one, and so didn't want to freak him out too much. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.